Good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you're listening all over the world. It's your host, your guy, DLG Reppin. Yeah, Reppin. For those of you that want me to spell repping or thinking, what does he mean by repping? It's spelled Reppin with no G. I'm back again for this afternoon or late afternoon's football video recording. And I'm going to start off with another footballer, unnamed Premier League footballer, flew to Paris, France for a sex party. And if I turn over the page, well, I can read a little bit here from what I'm looking at. Bear with me, guys. A Premier League star breached lockdown rules in 2 countries by flying out of the UK to host a sex party in Paris. The multi-millionaire took a private jet to the French capital, where he hired a restaurant and invited models to join him and pals for shots and cocktails. The party then continued at a posh apartment nearby, where it is claimed the player had sex with at least one girl. Well, that is completely insane. That one girl that he's sleeping with, well, he could have infected her by giving her the coronavirus. And yet he has breached lockdown rules. Whoever he is, he should be named and shamed. There's no need for him to do what he did. He should know better. And whoever he is, he should be named and shamed so that his club can punish him the hardest way possible. You know, we had enough of mischievous Premier League footballers misbehaving during the COVID-19 pandemic, such as Jack Grealish, Carl Walker, Nicolas Pepe, Granit Xhaka, David Luiz, Alexander Lacazette, Omar Naisi. I just found out apparently he was misbehaving, along with his teammate Moise Kean and Sissoko, Ndombele and Aurier. This list is going longer. This list is going to go on, and it's getting longer and longer. And you know what? They've put shame to their clubs. They've put shame to the management, and they've put shame to the fans. And this unnamed footballer he's probably put shame to his club. He has put shame to his club, but no one knows who it is. You know? Well, this one's a mystery here. And I can read a little bit here. It says here, witnesses said the Premier League player and friends were in a group of around 15 people who gathered at a swanky restaurant near the Champs-Élysées. Staff were on hand to serve tequila, shots and cocktails. The party, in clear breach of France's strict lockdown rules, then continued at a hired apartment nearby. It was suggested that a drug dealer, wow. It was suggested that a drug dealer visited their flat. So, not only is he throwing illegal house parties at a hotel nearby, but he invited a drug dealer to visit his flat. This footballer, he has to be named and shamed, definitely. No 2 ways about it. You know, he's let his management down. He's let the club down. He's let his teammates down. He's let his fans down. He's done nothing but let them all down. The player who was a star signing for his club, was seen converting in a lift with one of the girls. The multimillionaire footballer was also said to have had sex with at least one of them. He had sent taxis to pick up the woman and bring them to the restaurant. A source said they were whisked into the restaurant, which he had hired privately, complete with waiters. Strictly against French government lockdown rules, there were about 15 guests. 15 guests, not self-isolating, not maintaining the 2 meters rules, and not giving they're not giving no regards to their lives, others' lives, and the NHS. They have no regards for nothing, all because of X amount of money has got into their brains. Yet again, we're talking about this sad affair with certain footballers not doing as they're told, not following the government guidelines. I mean, there's a possibility of a second wave of coronavirus if footballers and humans like him cannot follow simple instructions. Well, such a shame. Whoever he is, he deserves to be named and shamed. And that should be his ultimate punishment. You know, someone like Carl Walker, for example, broke the lockdown rules not once but 3 times. What was he thinking? And what is this professional Premier League footballer thinking? What on earth is he thinking? He should be ashamed of himself. Rightfully embarrassed by it the next day, I bet. If he's thinking about it deeply, he should be rightfully embarrassed. So moving on to other news, Heung-min Son has arrived back into London, and that is after he's completed his compulsory national services in South Korea, and he was one of the top 5 to complete the national compulsory services. So a massive well done to Heung-min Son, and he will join his club back in training. However, not less than 2 meters, so he'll join in due course. So that well done to him and Son. He had a fantastic season. He's scored his fair share of goals, and he's assisted. I mean, the best goal that I've seen him score in the Premier League since he's been in this country is the one against I think it was Aston Villa or West Ham. Spurs fans, remind me when he scored that solo effort, and how many players in claret and blue did he get past? I think it was a West Ham game. But I stand corrected. It was the Burnley game. Yeah, he went past 3-4 Burnley players in that game. West Ham fans, not West Ham fans, I should say West Ham fans, or West Ham and Aston Villa and Aston Villa fans, I do apologise. It was against Burnley. I'm mistaken. My apologies. So Tottenham fans, you can comment in my section below. You can follow. Yeah, you can not follow, but you can like my channel if you're a Tottenham fan. Likely not, but if you're a football fan around the world, you can follow my channel. Follow. You can like my channel. More thumbs up than down, and do subscribe to my channel as well. Yeah, I say that all the time. I'll leave that last bit to last. Do subscribe to my channel. I've now got 30 subscriptions. Now another 970, and then I'll be on my way. Subscribe to my channel if you're listening. Ladies and gentlemen, youth, young people, if you're listening, I've always said it once, make sure you smash the subscription button with a complete vengeance. And massive well done to Son again, It's good for Tottenham, but it's mainly good for the Premier League that he's completed his national services, which was compulsory, and he'll be back in training in a matter of days coming by. Right, Premier League players fear of returning to action, fearing the worst. Yeah, absolutely. Surely there's got to be a majority of Premier League players who do not want to return to work. You know, just fearing for not just their lives, but contracting the virus and passing it on to their loved ones, such as their partners, could be the wives, could be the children involved. And that is obviously not a good look. I mean, Troy Deeney criticised Project Restart as hard as he did, and he was rightfully so. He was within his rights to actually do that, you know? And, yeah. Can't argue with what Troy Deeney said. I mean, Nigel Pearson has stated that heaven forbid if there's a fatality, because it seems like players are not being listened to, and they're not being listened to. They're certainly not being listened to. It's all about the government and what's at the top of the pyramid. But they don't know what they're doing, the government, don't they? They're confusing. They say one thing and then another thing happens, and then before you know it, we'll be back to square one. And then there's no football for awfully long time. And the reality is, I don't think football terraces will be open to the members of the public until middle or late 2021. You know, if it's not, and I think Troy Deeney said it, if it's not deemed safe for fans, why is it safe for players? I mean, can someone answer me that question? I mean, leave it in your comments below, yeah? And I'll be reading it and I'll have a discussion with you. Other than that, I think I've said what I needed to say. I'm going to wrap it up here. And I hope you enjoy your day. Enjoy the rest of your day, should I say. Stay at home, by all means. Go out for a walk. You can meet up with a friend. But keep 2 meters apart. In fact, keep protecting the NHS workers, especially here in this country, because they've done an immense job in saving many lives. And the less bodies, the better for them. And let's defeat this virus to the point where it's extinct. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, your host, your guy, DLG Reppin. I'm going to end it here. Peace, bless and love. I'm out.